Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to day 2 of the Body Whispering Challenge, 5 days to change your life with body whispering. I'm Dr. Adila. It is such a pleasure to be here today with you once again. Today is day 2. I would love for you to please tell me, first of all, can you hear me? Can you see me? Just so I'm not talking to myself. Can you guys hear me okay? See me okay? Yes, yes. Hello. Hi, Dewi. Hi, Imelda. Can you guys hear me? Thank you, Christy. I know it's annoying that we always ask that, but it's because there's very often times when people cannot hear and see us. And so I'd hate to get started and you guys not be able to play along. I saw lots of great comments and some really good feedback and some breakthroughs coming through from people from yesterday's exercise. If you missed yesterday's exercise, I cannot tell you how amazing I personally think it is, and also how amazing the feedback is that I am getting from really advanced body whisperers as well. This worthiness piece and receiving piece around money, but also anything that you want to receive in your life, is actually really pivotal. And I do a lot of advanced facilitation, or I do facilitation for a lot of practitioners and other healers who are very advanced in the amount of healing, personal development work that they have done. And this worthiness piece is still a real game changer, because it's not that it's a new concept that they've never heard of before, but it's actually the fact that we don't recognize and realize that each time we increase our ask, each time we go up to a different level of creation in our life, asking for the next big, bold, amazing thing, starting to believe that actually the things that once we didn't even believe were possible are now starting to become possible in our lives, that actually it uncovers the next level or the next layer of worthiness. So I know I'm still talking about yesterday's exercise, but that's really just how good I think it is. And that is something that I recommend you continue to do as often as you can. Okay, as we start to get into day 2, I would like to ask you if you have any questions, comments, or anything in particular that you would like to know about body whispering, about this challenge, or any area in particular of your life, particularly bodies and health, because that is what today's live exercise is about. Yesterday, I talked about the fact that even though each exercise has a specific topic, they all actually work in with each other, right? And today, even though the name of the topic is changing your body or changing your relationship with your body with body whispering, it's actually about changing your relationship with yourself and reconnecting to the very true nature, the very essence of you. So I was thinking about this today, as I do in preparation for what this exercise is and why we were doing it. And one of the most amazing things that I realized was, it wasn't until I really started to receive from body whispering, and especially when the process came along. A couple of years ago, I downloaded the body whispering process, the protocol that we use for sessions that we do in person or via distance. And there was this huge jump in what the sessions were then able to create, what people were receiving, and everyone's relationship, including my own, with themselves, with their body, and also with the world, with the whole world around them. There was this exponential increase in kind of how quickly we were receiving results. And I didn't really understand why. So I did a little bit of asking and did some work, and I started to realize that when I downloaded that process, one of the very first things that we do in that opening protocol, that we call it, is we reach out, we activate, and we receive. We ask to invoke the energies of the earth and nature, as well as the energy of body whispering and ourselves. And some of the things that we forget, even though they are most pertinent to our experience here on earth, is just how much we are a part of nature. And we start to forget our connection with ourselves, but also our connection with the things that are actually important. So if you think about this for a minute, how many of you feel very connected to your body? How many of you feel very connected to nature? How many of you feel very connected to the earth? How many of you feel very connected to the planet? How many of you feel very connected to your spiritual, or your ability to tap into the greater powers that exist? Versus, for how many of you are the inanimate things in your life actually more important, and are you more connected to? So how many of you are more connected to your phone than you are to nature? How many of you are more connected to television and to what you watch on Netflix than you are to your body? How many of you are more connected to the media, what you're being told, what's in the news, all of the things that are being fed to you, rather than your awareness of the whispers of the whole world that you could actually be connected to? Like, it is very, very possible for you to be very aware of exactly what is happening on the other side of the world, should you wish to be in that much communion and connection with yourself, with your body, your intuition. And yet, people say to me all of the time, I have no idea why I have this terrible back pain. It's not going away, and I just want to change it, so I'm going to take medication. Right? That's the level of effort that they want to put into changing something that's very, very pertinent to their life and their quality of life, as opposed to, oh, I'm going to, go stand in line for 8 hours to get the latest new iPhone or whatever it is. I'm going to spend 3 hours watching Instagram Reels or TikTok or whatever it is. And that is where we place our priorities. That is therefore where we place our attention. That is therefore where we place our energy. That is therefore where we are investing in our ability to create our lives. This is why we feel passive about our creation of life these days. It's because we have become passive observers of our own lives and bodies and health, while we're so busy watching the world unfold and watching other people do things like eat food on social media. Okay, so that's just a little bit of a reality check, and it may or may not be relevant to you, or you may or may not resonate with it, but I wanted to give you that information so that you can start to realize just how little we are using our connection to our body, and how much more is possible with our bodies. And so today's exercise is about reconnecting you via the body whispering energy to your body, to your true nature or your true essence, which is you are a being of nature, you are a being of the universe, you have extreme power and potential running through you. But a lot of you struggle with actually living anywhere near your full potential, because that's not actually something that this reality advocates for. Instead of sitting around thinking, gosh, how do I live a really inspired, empowered, and fulfilling life? How do I do more because I know I have so much potential? We're actually drawn to just doing things that make us passive, observers of our life. We watch our lives pass us by if you're not careful. I just saw someone say that they received money after the session yesterday. I'm so pleased for you. Congratulations. I hope many, many, many of you start to receive not only money, but all of the things that you truly desire. And yes, please keep using that I am worthy affirmation. So today we are going to be reconnecting to your body. And when I say reconnecting to your body, I mean in a really dynamic way, in a way where you hopefully feel your body come alive, your soul or your spirit reconnect and be anchored in your body, and you become aware once again of just how much potential you have and how amazing your life can be here in a physical body while you get to do all these amazing things. Okay, any questions before we get going? Just reading through these comments. I feel like I feed my intuition with information. Yeah, that's a good point. To be more connected to our true nature and purpose and tapping into our infinite potential sounds pretty awesome. Awesome. And love your lipstick color. Thank you. I love it too. It's my favorite color. You would be shocked at the amount of purple in my life and around me. Okay, so yeah, let's do this as an exercise where you also receive some information from your body and from your true nature today. Okay, so once again, you can get very comfortable wherever you are. Healing for the physical body, wonderful. We can definitely ask for healing for the physical body. And the more connected you are to your body, and the more you use the body whispering energy, even when something isn't working for you, even when you're ill, even when you're not well, even if you're in physical or emotional pain, even if you have a disease or illness, the ability for you to actually know at this very deep core level what it is that's not working for you, what area of your life is creating this illness, it's taking you away from your true nature of being a self-healing, self-regulating, self-generating organism. Do you guys understand when I say that we are part of nature, that just like in nature, when things exist in the wild, you have, whether it's a plant, whether you have an animal, they have this very core ability to know how to create not just survival, but to actually flourish. Okay, and how do plants in the wild keep coming back every season? How do they repopulate? How do they continue to take over the land? How do they continue to come up even in the harshest of conditions? How do animals know how to continue their species? How do they know to find the places and to listen to their body and to listen to their instincts and go and do the things that will keep them safe? You have that ability too. You have that ability too. However, most of us give that up. So reconnecting to your true nature of being a self-healing, self-regulating, self-generating organism means that it brings us back to the fact that we were meant to be self-healing, and we are self-healing. But there is a lot of illness and dis-ease, often created by disconnection, that occurs in this lifetime now, due to how society works, due to how paradigms work, and due to how things like the medical model works, where when something is wrong, you're taught to look for an answer outside of yourself rather than first going in. And I'm not saying that there is no space or use for medicines. I'm just saying that there is a way for you to be very holistic, very empowered, and very intuitive in your approach, even when there is illness, discomfort, or dis-ease present in your life and in your body. And it's never a bad idea to get an expert opinion or to get multiple expert opinions. All right. Alrighty. So wherever you are, would you become comfortable? And if you want to, you can actually lie down if you're in a space where you're able to. If not, you can sit back. You can sit back in your chair. You can sit up straight if that's how you're comfortable. And I'm just going to ask you to take a really nice deep breath in and breathe all of the way out. And if you see me looking out to my right, the reason for that is out there is my window, and I have hills, I have nature, I have so much greenery, and it often contributes to these sessions. So I'm going to be asking you also now to ask to tap in to the energy of body whispering, the energy of nature, the energy of the land, and to your true power and to your true knowing about who you actually are, and what is real, what is relevant for you, and what it is that you require to be the greatest expression of yourself, to start actualizing your potential, to start living life at a much, much, much higher potential, and with much, much, much greater connection to yourself, to your beingness, and to your ability to express that beingness, that spiritual being, out here into the physical plane. I'm going to ask you now to connect to your body. And I want you to really connect to your body. I want you to really say hello. And I want you to become aware of every single organ, tendon, ligament. I want you to think about your toes. You might not have thought about your toes for days or even weeks. I want you to think about the backs of your knees. I want you to think about your thighs. I want you to think about your liver and how hard it is working. I want you to think about your stomach. I want you to think about your intestines. I want you to connect to your chest, which houses your lungs, which houses your heart, which protects so many vital organs that work without you ever thinking about them. Unless something is wrong, you don't think about what you need to do to breathe in oxygen, nor do you need to think about what you need to do to keep your heart beating. I want you to think about the back of your head, where your neck meets your skull. I want you to think about your hair and the follicles and how hair grows. I want you to think about your skin. Your skin is the largest organ on your body or in your body or part of you. And it has so many important roles. In fact, it is absolutely vital. I know a lot of you have actually been talking about issues with your skin, psoriasis, eczema, itchiness, allergies, all of that kind of stuff. And your skin is not only a protective barrier against the elements and obviously dresses you from head to toe, but it's also something that shows you when there is toxicity in your environment. And what I have learned from many, many years of working with people is that that toxicity can be chemical, it can be environmental, but it can also be energetic and emotional. So people experience and have very real physical rashes, itchiness, swelling, redness occur on their skin when there is emotional stress, when there is emotional upset, or when there is something happening in their environment that they are not able to integrate or not able to access their potential. They're not able to create the outcomes they would like. That frustration, that disempowerment, that pain, that stress literally comes out as that irritation on your skin. So now I'm going to ask you, whatever it is for you, each of you may have a specific ask or a specific area of your body or your mind that maybe you've struggled with, or maybe you've been looking for help with, or would like some more answers around. For some of you, it might be your physical part of your body. You might have back pain, you might have neck pain, you might have tennis elbow, you might have arthritis. For others, it might be skin related, it might be inflammatory related, it might be that you don't have a very good digestive system or gut, and you've been wondering, what is it? What is it that is creating these issues with my digestion? For others of you, it might be mental health. You might be feeling depressed, anxious, bipolar, tired, cranky, disconnected, alone, stressed. And for others of you, it might be energetic. All right. So it might not be anything you have thought about before or been aware of, but as we do this exercise, you might realize, oh my gosh, my kidney is trying to tell me something. I need to drink more water. Oh my gosh, I've been getting these headaches that I hadn't actually stopped to think about, and my body wants to talk to me about why they're occurring and what it is I can do about it. Oh, that's a great one. And Rita was just said in the comments, she would like to step out of the sensitivity and emotions. So this is another indicator that something's out of balance, something is out of kilter in your life or in your body, in your ability to process life. Because when we are too sensitive, like when we find that we are flying off the handle, either with anger or we're bursting into tears all the time, or we have no ability to control our emotions, or we feel very, very sensitive, very, very victimized, very, very, at the effect of everything happening, that means that your healthy ability to be resilient in your life is no longer there. So we want to look at what is creating this inability to feel stable and to feel grounded, and to not have your emotions be so varied and make you feel so disempowered as you go through your life. So taking a nice deep breath in again. We now have the body whispering energy. Breathing out, we have the energy of nature, the energy of the earth contributing to us. And I would like you to connect to that part of your body, your mind, or your emotions. Think about the thing that either you would like to receive more information about, or the part of your body or your mind that actually wants to give you information today. And don't think about this too hard. You don't have to figure out if you're doing it right or wrong. I just want you to ask and see what starts to show up. And it might not be words, okay? Our body doesn't necessarily communicate in words or in English. So is there a sensation happening in a part of your body? Is there an awareness starting to become available to you? Is there an energy? Is there a part of your body or your mind that you are being drawn to right now? Is there something coming up for you that you haven't thought about for days or weeks and suddenly it's popped into your head? These are all different ways that your body communicates with you, that your being also communicates with you. So take a few moments, say hello, connect with that part of your body. And now I want you to let go of any considerations, any expectations, any points of view about how this needs to be, what the answer is, what the information is going to be, and whether or not you're doing it right or not. And I would like you to ask, hi body, what is it that you would like to show me? What is it that you would like to talk to me about today? What have I not been paying attention to that you have been trying to make me look at or become aware of? What do you desire that I have been completely ignoring? What do you require for this problem or issue or pain or discomfort to go away? What have you been trying to get me to look at or to acknowledge with this issue? And for some of you, especially if you have a physical ailment, what happens if you touch that part of your body now with total presence and connection? What if you actually have complete empathy, complete gratitude, and complete receiving with that part of your body and with that issue or problem, so that you can start to actually receive? Because a good analogy I can give you in this moment is, you know, when our bodies don't work the way we want them to, we get very frustrated with them and we start to make them the problem. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with children who are often struggling or suffering, children that need help because they are challenged academically or something is, you know, not working for them at school. And the way that they show you that something is not right, something is not working, and they need your help, empathy, affection, and intention is they play up. They become disruptive. They get noisy. They get called naughty. They're often punished. We try to make that problem go away. We try to change their behavior from the outside, rather than taking that moment, taking that time to realize, okay, this is actually them crying out for help. This is actually their need that would allow them to express their full potential if we could actually meet that need. So if you could actually start receiving from your body rather than looking at it as the problem, and if you can start receiving the information, whether this issue that you have is emotional, physical, energetic, chemical, right? Some of you have high blood pressure, you have diabetes, you have other things, you have thyroid issues. These are chemical imbalances in the body. Why is that imbalance being created? So if you were to have complete receiving from this part of your body and this area and this issue now, what would you learn? And I want you to ask now, is there something else? Is there another part of my body or another area of my life that this is related to or connected to that you may have never thought about before? So your shoulder pain could be related to knee issue. Your knee issue could be coming from your lower back. Your skin irritation could be coming from energetic or emotional causes. Your feet pain could be coming from your financial issues. What are the connections that you have not made? Yes. And I love what Swati has written, which is to release anger and guilt. Now, those are two emotions that cause major, major, major physical symptoms: anger and guilt. The other one is resentment. Living a life of resentment creates major physical issues in people's bodies. Anger creates major physical issues in people's bodies, and guilt creates major physical and psychological mental issues in people's bodies. Okay, so where is that anger and guilt coming from? What area of your life? What part or previous experience in your life? And what do you need to do now? So this is the next question. What do I need to do, body? Body whispering energy, please guide me. Please show me. Please help me communicate and receive the awareness of what I can do to have more ease, to create a change, to be actually able to heal this now, or to begin the healing process with this now. And you can do this exercise on a regular basis, and you can ask to use it as a meditation. In fact, we have a set of meditations, body whispering meditations, and one of them is about healing and creating change in your body. And I'm actually going to give that away as a prize in the group. So for everyone that comments, that has feedback, that has something to share, either in the comments or in the group, I will put you into the draw. I will pick a random winner of that body whispering meditation for bodies and awareness of your body. So one of the things that I would like you to remember is you are a being of nature. And I want you to think about how powerful nature is. I want you to think about how connected nature is with itself, but also all the other elements in nature. And when one thing in nature happens, it doesn't make another part of nature wrong. The trees don't make the grass wrong. The grass doesn't make the birds wrong. The birds don't make the cows wrong. I'm using lots of farm examples because that's where I am. So I see this every day now. But nature doesn't make the other parts of itself wrong. And one of my favorite things about body whispering is that reconnection to yourself, to your power, and to your ability to be in receiving an allowance of all things rather than needing to make other people, other situations, or other things wrong. Because the reality is, even if they are wrong, people are allowed to be wrong, things will go wrong, situations can be wrong. Making everyone else the problem is also disempowering. So what body whispering does is it reminds you that you are connected to yourself and you always have the ability to choose and create the outcomes that you would like to, even when things are not going how you would like them to, even when other people have done things to you, even when situations are not going the way you would expect them to. I do not have a life where everyone always does what I want them to do, but actually they increasingly do now with body whispering. But I never put my power in those people or situations. I always look at, okay, cool, so that's not what I want. That doesn't work for me. That's not what I'm going to choose to have as the outcome. So what would I like to do? How would I like to go about this? What power would I like to choose to be and express? So I want you to remember the core element of this is always self-empowerment. Empowerment work is about self-empowerment. The empowerment, the power has to come from you. The remembrance has to be about who you are, how powerful you are, and how actually the world outside of you is your world. You've got to dictate what's going to happen in it by being empowered internally, not waiting for someone else to give you permission, validation, or to have things go your way so that you can actually receive the things that you would like to. So this is the stuff we go into. This is the stuff we learn about. This is the stuff we experience in real time in the body whispering classes. If you have not yet done a body whispering class, or if you have done a body whispering class, I just want to remind you all, we have body whispering classes coming up very, very soon, and they are live for the first time after COVID. I'm traveling to Dubai next month, and we have a 2-day body whispering practitioner class on the 10th and 11th of October. I would love for you to join me, whether you are online anywhere in the world, or if you are in person, and we can actually do in-person body swaps, and I can work on your bodies for the first time in many years. I'm so, so excited. And right after that, just a few days after that, from the 13th to the 16th, we have advanced training. We have certified practitioner class that for those of you that have done 2 body whispering classes, you will be an advanced practitioner who's also able to do group sessions and who is then well on their way to becoming a facilitator. Our facilitators class is going to be January 2023. So you have a few months to attend these classes, because we would love more practitioners, more certified practitioners, and more facilitators around the world. So I would really love to have you guys in those classes, because those are the next classes for the foreseeable future that I will be facilitating. And I would like you also to know that we have translation for those classes, especially in Arabic. And for those of you who are our Arab participants, tomorrow we have a special call happening about the Wealth Whispering program and the upcoming classes in Dubai. So Hiba and I will be doing a live interactive Zoom call in Arabic. It's going to be, well, translated into Arabic. It's going to be at 10 p.m. Cairo time. We will share the link, we will share the registration page, we will share the time zone for everyone else around the world. And I will also share some more information about the upcoming body whispering classes. But if you are interested, especially for those of you who are looking to become advanced practitioners or who are looking to add a healing modality to your life, this works on yourself as well as on others. It works for children, for babies, for adults. It works in person, it works via distance. It's a very easy way to start your healing business. And we have some very, very successful practitioners and facilitators around the world. So I would love for you to become one of our practitioners certified by the Life Whispering Institute. So please reach out to me, we have Rashmi in India, we have Bathu in India, we have Kashesh in Dubai, we have Hiba and Amel who speak Arabic and French in the Arab world. So please reach out. And if you have any questions, let me know. I will see you same time, same place tomorrow. I would like you guys to start posting about your questions, comments, and what you would like to change or receive to do with relationships. Tomorrow's exercise is about body whispering and relationships. How to create them, how to change them, how to have relationships that work for you, how to have you be your most empowered and connected version of you in relationship to every other person, being, and situation in the world. Okay, because relationships are every part of our life, not just romantic relationships. I will cover parenting as well for those of you that have questions about parents and children. So I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Look after yourselves and remember to post your questions, comments, and feedback. I will announce the winner of that meditation tomorrow. See you guys soon. We have more prizes as well coming up, so don't worry if you miss out on this one.